Good afternoon. We often forget that all people are different. All people react different to things, to what we say and what we do. And we need to take note of that and make sure that we don't purposely hurt other people. When we look at our children, children usually come from the same mother and father. So we think that they ought to be the same and we can treat them the same. But some of them like being disciplined in a harder way than others. Others cry when you just talk to them. People are really different, and there's only one thing that will help us distinguish how we would treat somebody else, and that's the wisdom of God. If we look at Isaiah 28 from verse 26, the farmer knows just what to do, for God has given him understanding. A heavy sledge is never used to thresh black cumin, rather it's beaten with a light stick. A threshing wheel is never rolled on cumin, instead it's beaten lightly. Grain for bread is usually crushed, so he doesn't keep on pounding it. He threshes it under the wheels of a cart, but he doesn't pulverize it. The Lord of heaven army is a wonderful teacher, and he gives the farmer great wisdom. So in order for the farmer to know what he should do with the vegetables and when he should do what, I remember years ago I had a relationship with a man, and his parents were farming mealies in the Free State. And every school holiday, while I was studying and teaching, I went to this farm, and it was so difficult for me to understand why these people look out on the weather every single day. They look, oh, the sun is there, the wind is there, this is there, because their whole life were around this weather and what is going to happen to the weather. And that is the wisdom that God gave them, for them to know that if the wind comes from that side, this is going to happen to their mealies, whatever. And now this is time to, I remember the word cup, to cup the mealies. I don't really know what it means, but to cup the mealies. So in our relationship, in our everyday doing, we get to know a lot of people. We are with people, with colleagues we work with, and each one of them are different. And we need to decide how are we gonna help these people in becoming better persons, or are we gonna just give them what we want and don't care about how they feel about it? We all know that that's not the right way to do it. James 1 verse 3 says, ask wisdom of God. How does it go? It says, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you freely. So that's one thing that God says, I will give freely. Solomon asked the Lord for wisdom. We all know that he didn't ask for riches and glory. He asked for wisdom, and he got it. And with that wisdom, he got a lot of other things, because if we don't have wisdom, we cannot do a lot of things, and we are far better off than other people who don't have wisdom. Wisdom is not looking on the internet, Googling, and see, this is what I do, this must I do, I must do this, and I must do this. No, wisdom is something that only God can give you. And if we don't have wisdom, we wouldn't know how to treat other people. And we need to treat them to better them and to better our relationship with them. So I think all of us know the book 5 Love Languages. And in that book it describes how people accept love. Some of them by touching, other people by hugging, other people by talking nicely, other people by giving gifts. There are different languages. And in our everyday life, there are also different ways we should speak to people. And this we can only get by asking God to help us understand each person individually, because each one of them is individuals, and we should treat them in an individual way, which will be better for them and for our relationship. So let's ask God for wisdom, because that's the only time that we're going to have the right knowledge to help them in the way we should. You must have a great, great day. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.